So what's up, YouTube? You're in the mix live with the MPC Renaissance. I'm going to lay down a track and I'm going to go through this thing real quick. The fact is, okay, inside the MPC Renaissance, first of all, I'm running it in pretty much standalone mode, where I got the MacBook here hooked up to it. I got two XLRs, oh, actually quarter-inch, sorry, going into two solid-state channels. Sometimes I do this inside the studio, and it's going and getting dumped into Pro Tools, and I'm actually playing it live. I'm not playing 8 bars, I'm not playing 16 bars, I'm playing the whole entire song. So it's sort of like this. Check it out. So we got the hi-hats. I don't know how I want to do it, but we're going to figure it out. So that was my hi-hat loop. It's really pretty simple what the Akai can do, and I got a bunch of stuff on it. But I wanted to do this live just for the simple reason that I felt like it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like doing the 8 bars. I want to mix it up. I want to go further than that. And you know, if I messed up here and there, I can alter it. I can change it. But I wanted this to be more of a sporadic style song, maybe just a sample, a chop that we can put together on a sample CD. But the cool thing about the Renaissance is, first off, very low latency. Second off, it's its own interface, so I can actually use it in conjunction with hardware inside my studio. One of the things I didn't like about it, there's a few bugs here and there. Like I had this drum pattern that I was actually playing downstairs, and I had this awesome drum pattern. For some reason, I could not track it out and bring it over. Now, once all this is said and done, you can go into this thing and you can use and create 8-bar sequences, 16-bar sequences, and then you create sequences on top of sequences, and then you create a song right in this thing. Actually, that's how all the other songs were. I don't know why I did the video this way, but I wanted to show you the flexibility of it. Like I said, there's outputs hooked up to solid-state channels running through DBX compressors for the drums. I really like them on hip-hop for this song. You're running a MacBook. I can actually take this, unhook it from the MacBook, hook it up to the studio computer, and then I could be running it as a VST or an RTAS in my DAW. The one thing that I did find out with the digital audio workstation with Pro Tools, I'm having a bunch of errors going on. I don't know if it's I installed it on 2 different hard drives or what's going on, but it just ain't working. Overall, if you want to know my consumer review on this thing, I think it's an amazing piece of equipment. I think it's cool that you can leave it with just a MacBook and this. You don't need all the other stuff in the studio. You can start to make songs and feel confident that the time correction on this is immaculate. I love time correction on the MPCs. You just take it, you hit time correction on the screen, everything shows up, it shows up in the software, and you just create your time correction for that sequence. Now, in this case, people are probably like, well, why is he not time correcting those hi-hats? Because it sounds so much tighter. The fact is I just felt like doing it this way for some reason. I don't know why. Bottom line, would I buy one again? Yes. The reason being is because if you can get creative with this, you can hook up a VST. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying VST. You can hook up a USB. VST USB. Axiom 25 over here, but it doesn't have to be an Axiom. I'll show you that real quick. But that's actually hooked up. And the Axiom's running through a USB hub on the back of the MPC Renaissance, so it's its own little workstation. If you got 2 speakers, it's got its own volume control on it. And actually, we got a USB flash drive hooked up to the back of it where we were dumping information into it. Bottom line, you're not putting it in there, you're actually putting it in the computer, but you're hubbing through the Renaissance. Bottom line about this piece of equipment, I'll tell you right now, if you are a hip-hop producer and you know Akai, the latency on it was one of the things that was going to scare me with software. There is no latency whatsoever. The pads are real quick. If you watch any other YouTube videos, you'll notice them talking about that. And that's one of the biggest downfalls on other boxes out there that do these things. The cool thing is chopping samples. For some reason, the way that the MPC chops a sample, it always sounds a little bit better than most samples I know. And I'll try to do this quick in a 3-minute style drill. Like, let's just grab a sample here. Let's go here. Alright, let's just say we go to a new track. Let's go to a new program. You always create a new program. Add a program. Just call it whatever you want real quick. Let's turn that crap down, son. Before we blow some speakers up in this joint. Let's chop that up. So you go into sample edit here. So you got a start point. You can just slide over to your start point here with these little Q links, they call them. So get right on where you want it. And then you can go to chop. And now we can audition it. And the chop is really cool. So you get the point. So the chops are really good. The cool thing is I noticed on other machines you'd have a click there or a pop, and you'd be like, well, wait a minute, I'm trying to just get into something creative. You get into something creative, you convert that, you assign it to the pads, click it, do this, and now it's on the pads. So you have a program that you just created. You drag it over. So you can go to work on it. Now, I am a mixing engineer, and you see me on YouTube a lot mixing. But this is where I started, and I think this is what made me a better mixing engineer. Being able to listen to sounds and stuff. I don't claim to be the best producer on the planet, but if you give me enough time, or give anybody enough time with the right equipment, you can make things happen. And I'm out of here. That's my story.